I bought this 1993 Jayco pop-up camper. I paid $750, which I realize I overpaid. You can find these pop-up campers much cheaper on Facebook for as little as free. It had a working rooftop air conditioner that blew ice cold. Like most older pop-up campers, the canvas was shot. I had no intentions of replacing the canvas. I bought instead To Convert to a hard-sided camper. This video is a step-by-step process of how I did this. Enjoy the video and don't forget to like and subscribe. This is looking towards the front with the canvas removed. There are 4 supports at each corner which telescope up and down to lower and raise the roof. They are flimsy and one of them was bent. I raised to a height of 5 feet 10 inches. It was the right size for me and it reduced drag when towing. This is the kitchen looking towards the rear. I decided this would be the best place for the restroom to the left of the stove. I bought 3 storm windows from a Home Depot. I turned them on their side. This, I feel, gave it a slightly less home-built look. I've seen other conversions that use home windows, and it just looks too home-built for my taste. A drawback to using storm windows is they are not insulated and have a tendency to leak with heavy rain. I could have bought RV windows, but they are very expensive. To frame in the walls, I used 2x2s. This was the perfect sized lumber as it fit perfectly on the existing structure and was lightweight. Here is the first wall framed with the windows. I cut a notch in the 2x2s because there was a rail not visible in this pic that the wall had to sit over. This worked great because it kept the wall in place before I screwed to the existing structure. I finished the rest of the framing. This is the final wall in the rear being attached. The next step in the build was to attach a siding. I decided to use a technique called poor man's fiberglass. This is plywood covered in canvas and painted with several coats of exterior paint. It's durable, cheap, and lightweight. I used the thinnest plywood available. It is less than a 1/4 inch thick. After attaching all the plywood to the frame, the next step is to glue canvas to the plywood walls. The canvas is just medium-duty painter's drop cloth canvas. It is a common practice to use Titebond 2 wood glue, which I rolled onto the plywood with a paint roller. It is important to use canvas that is free of tears and wrinkles. Some people iron the canvas before gluing to the plywood. It is also important to use plywood with no cracks or blemishes, as these will show through the final project. After gluing and trimming all the canvas, I painted with a quality outdoor white paint. I decided to go a 2-tone paint rather than all white. I chose a very pale blue for the bottom, which I painted before I started the build. I used aluminum trim about 3 inches thick on the corners, which gave the camper a finished look and protected the corners. I built the door, which is just painted plywood. This is the entry side. The camper came with an awning, which is visible in this picture. Now it was time to start the interior. I chose an aluminum bubble insulation. This is not the best choice. It would have been better using styrofoam. I covered the interior walls with a retro 70s cheap and light paneling. I wanted the interior to feel like a cabin. It is very popular in the glamping RV world to finish interiors to look similar to homes or apartments. I just decided to go with more of a cabin-like look, and I was happy with the results. It's just a personal preference. I finished framing out the closet and bathroom. The bathroom has a toilet on one side and a shower on the other. I added doors and mounted a television. Overall, I'm very pleased with the end result. It has held up well and is a delight to use this for weekend trips to the lake, mountains, and the beach. I hope you enjoyed this video.